Yes.
All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. So today, I want to talk to you about a World War II hero. Imagine risking your life every single day, defying one of the most authoritarian regimes in history, Nazi Germany. A regime responsible for the deadliest conflict in human history. When we talk about heroes of World War II, we usually think of strong men rushing into battlefield, but this person is completely different. She's a Polish woman, a social worker, someone who lived through the Holocaust and spent her life helping others. I'm talking about Irena Sendler. Sendler was born on February 15, 1910, to her father, Stanislaw, and her mother, Janina. She grew up during a time of intense anti-Semitism, but instead of going with the current of those times, she decided to cherish the values of her father, who said to her, "When you see someone drowning, you jump in to help them, whether you can swim or not," a lesson she carried for the rest of her life. Even in college, she protested against the unfair treatment of Jewish students. And even before the war, she was already saving lives as she provided medical assistance, food, and clothes to those in need. Her greatest test came when, in 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Sendler and her co-workers risked their lives to help the persecuted Jews. Eventually, she joined a resistance group named the Zgoda, and with their help, she was able to rescue around 2,500 Jewish kids. And she did this by using her social worker's credentials. She would get into the ghettos, and then she would smuggle the kids out. And an interesting fact is that she would always write down their names. She would put in a jar, and then she would, bury it under a tree, and then with the hopes of being able to reunite their kids with their parents after the war. Sadly, in 1943, she was arrested by the Gestapo. She was tortured, and she got her legs broken. She was then sentenced to death, but thankfully, Zgoda were able to bribe a Nazi official who then helped her escape. Even in hiding, and after such a traumatic event, she continued to work hard to try to save as many kids as possible, even sacrificing the chance to attend to her own mother's funeral. Now, the question is, seeing such an interesting story, why is it that we don't know much about her? And the thing is that after the war ended, she didn't try to gain any recognition from it. In her own words, she lived humbly because she believed that saving those children was the justification of her whole existence, and not something that she should have done for glory. This is Irena Sendler, a woman whose courage, compassion, and selflessness makes her one of the most extraordinary heroes of World War II.